that is where bias starts. Whether we like it or not, we actually need to acknowledge that the way we value women's work is different than the way we value a boy's work. Just to give an example, if a boy spends an hour washing a car, he might get, I don't know, 20 francs. If a girl spends an hour washing the dishes, I doubt that she'll get 20 francs. So we really have to start looking ourselves at how we value girls, how we value their work, and how we educate them also to speak up about these differences, and also educate the boys to realize this isn't fair and they can play a role too. Because my firm belief is that money is not just a transmission of value, it's a transmission of values. It is a reflection of how we carry those values in our everyday decision.
Sometimes I come across the false belief that Swedes in general are more embracing or open to equality between genders, that our attitudes in some way are better or more progressive. Nothing could be more wrong. The high rankings and the good reputation that we often have in this field is the result of more than 100 years of determined political work, where legislations and regulations have been the main tools. I don't believe that gender equality is a simple matter of changing attitudes in society or in organizations. People tend to follow the money and the laws. And only if the political systems in a society are shaped with a determined objective to improve gender equality through laws, regulations, and economic incentives, the results will appear.
We have now to make it concrete, and so we need you in your companies, and you can do a lot in your companies, and you can also show that it's worth it, that it's going to function, that you are still going to make good business, and that the atmosphere in your companies is going to be better, so that people would like to follow you. If you want to have some changes in certain fields, you have to be political in a broad sense. It doesn't mean you have to belong to a party, but there are certain issues where we need to hear your voice loud. You have to walk the talk, but then you have to talk the talk. You have to be very vocal about this, and I think it's very important in these issues.
If there is one skill that really good leaders and making changes out there throughout and across the board have, is one thing, is courage. Is courage to make that decision timely. And this is what's going to happen for all of us, our friends here, and on Monday morning. You're going to be sitting there in a moment where you're going to have to speak up your mind, raise your hand, set a boundary, and you're going to hesitate. And it's proven by science that the moment you have an impulse to do it, until you actually take action, you have a 5-second window. So those are the 5-second, tremendous, important, small decisions that are courageous, whether you speak up or not, whether you say something or not. Women in the room, Monday morning, you want to start driving that strategy to ask for more and get it, because we know that when you ask, when you draw the right strategy, things happen. So be courageous and go and ask for what you need.